Hello, I'm Melissa and welcome to Teacher Inspiration Station. It's been such a long time since I've made a video, but I'm really excited to be back and share with you a really great author who makes these books about character development, and that is Alicia Ortego. And she has these superpower books. I think the first one is Kindness is My Superpower, which is about teaching kids to have empathy and compassion for one another. There's Confidence is My Superpower, and that's about like believing in yourself and building up students' confidence. There's Acceptance is My Superpower, which is about diversity and accepting our differences. And Breathing is My Superpower, which is about being mindful. And Gratitude is My Superpower, which is the one that I really want to talk about today. That's about being thankful for what you have. And it's about a little girl named Betsy, and she has her little turtle, happy to have her turtle. And one day she's just looking at her turtle and she's just like, ooh, like poor thing, like all you have is the shell, and you know, like how can you be happy? And then she talks to her mom, and her mom's saying, you know what, he has different needs than you and I have. He's quite happy with his shell. And her mom gives her like this little stone. It's like, okay, let's play the gratitude game. And she gives her a stone and she's like, well, let's think about things that we are grateful for whenever we're feeling upset. And so Betsy does that. So one thing she gets upset about is that it's raining and she can't go out to play. But then she stops and thinks, what would happen if we didn't have the rain? And you know, the flowers wouldn't grow and all that. So I think for me personally, when it came to this pandemic, I really stopped to think about things that I'm thankful for. And like, that's when like the little things you were thankful for comes out. Like the beginning of the pandemic, when, do you guys remember back in like March 2020? Where I went to the grocery store and like the shelves were bare, and I was thinking, oh my goodness, it was like the Twilight Zone. And but at that moment I remember talking to another teacher, and we're like, at least we have our jobs and we can still work even though it's remotely. And because some people were losing their jobs, so many people were losing their jobs, right, because of the pandemic. So I was just like, yeah, you know, at least I have that. And I remember when we had to go back to school in person, I'm usually not a morning person. Like, I'm one of those people that like, I have 10 alarms. And I remember that day when I had to go back, I was just like, I have to go to work today. Like, there was no like snooze, none of that. Got dressed, was like, ooh, the buildings, look at the cars, oh, there's people. I was just so happy to get dressed and go somewhere. And I just remember like even being at home and having to paint my nails, which I never really paint my nails. So I'm like, I need to do something to feel good about myself, because like being at home, and even though I was working, I was teaching, but you know, you don't really, I don't know, I didn't really get dressed up, and you know, you're half dressed. Anyways, I'm going off on a little tangent, but I'm saying like that the pandemic really helped me stop to be thankful for things, and this book is a great way to help children appreciate even the little things in life. And it's not to say that, you know, you can't be upset about certain things or you can't want more, but just stop and think about like what you do have. I think it's a great book, and the fact that it's in a rhyme, like rhymes I find children really gravitate towards. And there's some like character education books that I have even at my school, and they're great. Some of them are stories, but a lot of them are like nonfiction texts about, you know, being grateful or kindness or whatever. There are a lot of nonfiction books about it, and I like the fact that this is a nice story. It pulls kids in, and at the very end it has a little activity that you can do. You can do it, a child can do it, about different things that we are thankful for. So I just wanted to share that with you. Go on Amazon.com, you can get those books, and yeah, check it out. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumb up, subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye.